Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make.
Hey guys, Tony the SoySauceAssassin. How are you guys doing on this Wednesday evening? Today we're gonna smoke this gigantic torpedo. It is, I think it's longer than usual, this torpedo. It just feels that way. But it is the Casa Cuevas Reserva Maduro Torpedo. Alright, I hope you guys have the same cigar just smoked with me today. It is the freebie that went with the previous Cigars Daily Casa Cuevas deal. So if you had buy that deal, you probably have one of these. They don't sell this yet, I think. So not in Cigars Daily at least. So today this is what we're gonna smoke. There's a lot, not a lot, but few changes to the studio again. So if you hear noises from the fan that's too loud, you let me know, because I don't know if that's the case. And I don't know if anybody was chatting on the chat, so I'll refresh it for a few times, and hopefully that will fix it. I don't know, because I do see 2 people in the chat room, so you know, it's just on and off to get it working. As usual, let's turn on some music, and bam, music. That and boom. So, while I'm getting started, why don't you guys tell me what you're smoking today if you're not smoking this Reserva, and we go from there. I actually changed my online setup as well. Hey Ash Queen, I actually changed my online setup as well today. So the router that used to be here went upstairs because I think it's too close. It's actually giving the network issue. So in case you don't know about internet, Wi-Fi is that too strong of signal can actually ruin your signal as well. So you don't want to be too close, you don't want to be too far. So you know, when something's happening, you move it away. That way it's not as strong. It's just enough to get the information. It's all good. Alright, so an RP Fuma I got from macOS many months ago. Cool. Alright, so I'm gonna light this up. I just ate something really sweet, and I feel kind of nasty about it because it's so sweet. It's a brownie that has layer of peanut butter. On top of peanut butter, there's a layer of caramel. On top of that, there's nuts. On top of that, there's some I would say it's like oatmeal kind of stuff on it. It's so sweet, it's gross. But you know, my wife brought it home, so I ate it. Not a good idea. You know, that's the thing. We became our wives' like, you know, disposal when they get something they don't want to eat. Dry is fine. Oh, cut. That piece is thick. So Wednesday, what's going on Wednesday? Today I spent a lot of time looking at prizes. We added more prizes to our raffle, and I hope this worked. Nope. All right, see, things does happen. So just make sure to purge it a little bit. You can actually just purge it this way. It actually works. You just purge it out. I just press it halfway so that gas leaks out, and that's it. And then I just pump it. And I usually wait a few seconds before I do it. Just do it upside down, wait a few seconds, let the air travel up. And that should have enough. Or sometimes you just have to purge more. Let's purge it. I'm too lazy to go grab the ooh. To grab the things to get it work. So let's see if that works. Do I really have to go grab another one? Guardian of the Farm. Cigar Mechanic, where's my? You don't see the live on Facebook? No, because it's like you say, it's on YouTube right now. Here we go. Okay. I don't have the time to let it warm up right now. I need fire now. I need fire now. Not later. Now. Alright, so come on. Switch to trace. There we go, it works. So oh, here we go. Takes a little bit. So I actually moved my rabbit air to closer to me. It's a little bit like slightly different location than it was before because it's almost time to change filter. Now we have this for I think since April or something like that. March or April we bought this unit, so it's actually showing me that's almost time to change filter. And I checked the filter today. It looks like it's pretty nasty from what I see it. So what I want to do is when I'm gonna order a new filter, and when the new filter comes, I will show you guys how it looks like after a few months of using this and how the filter looks like. So in comparison to the new filter. Now, I smoked the Robusto Maduro, the Reserva version of it, just yesterday, a couple days ago, and it was surprisingly tasty. So let's see if this torpedo gives the same. Hey Sam, same experience, if not better, right? You know, you would think that usually you'll get longer because you want to enjoy it longer, so it should give you same experience, if not better. You should use a Vertigo. Well, I will use it if I didn't use it the other day upstairs and didn't bring it back down. So I have the fan going on the other side, and hopefully that helps with the ventilation because I'm in an enclosed room. I want to blow the air that way. So. So we got Brendan Chapins here. We got Cigar Mechanic, which was very rare, and we have Ash Queen. We have Tim Smoked Cigars. Now, I want to mention that I post the cigars for Espinosa in the group, and why you should guys just kind of guess how much you actually had to spend for that. Now, obviously, we have a few low power. I have to say, if you can buy at that price, I would love to buy it from you because, yeah, who wouldn't want to buy a cigar that cheap? You know, that pretty much works out to like $3 or $4 a cigar, and there's no any other cost. But, you know, if you can buy a cigar at some of those low ballers price at that cheap, I'll be very amazed. But what happened is I put it out there so you guys can figure out how much you want to. No, you cannot. Get out. How much you think that you should be actually paying for it, and when I finalize it and tell you guys how much it's gotta be, you'll be surprised. I think a lot of people will actually be surprised how much it actually costs. But it's gonna be a good deal, and we'll run the deal. I will literally let you guys know what the deal is the day of the raffle. Alright, the day of the raffle, I'll tell you guys what the deal is, and I think it will be pretty cool for you to purchase that for Christmas too, if you want to do that. So, alright. I actually had to pretty much reorganize this room again soon. So very soon you probably won't see this high table anymore because my place is filled with boxes. Like what you cannot see right now is boxes filling this room because we have a lot of leftover stuff, and it used to be in my living room. My wife the other day actually's like, oh, you're cleaning. If you didn't tell me, I thought we were actually in becoming an Amazon warehouse. So I kind of like get the idea, you know, she's hinting. So I bring everything down, but then once you bring everything down, that area gets so cramped that I couldn't do much work over there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move that sofa that you guys used to see in the old shows into here, and I'll probably sit on the sofa to do this thing, and then have smaller chairs on the other side so I can smoke and do other stuff over there. So that change is coming up. So next time you probably see me, I'll probably try to do it over the weekend, so you probably see me on sofas next time. Yeah, well, you have a whole entire garage to store them. I'm storing them in my basement. Now, let me see if I can turn this higher. Yeah. Oh, it's not on auto, that's why. There we go. I forgot to turn on auto. It's like, why is it not responding to me? So is it working? Now I have to say, because the filter has been filled up a lot, I actually think that it's not taking as much air as I thought it would be. It's really not taking that much air anymore. I don't feel like it's working to, you know, to its even regular potential at this point, because it's so dirty. You guys want me to open it up and show you guys? Because I could. It's right next to me right now, so I can smoke at this while I show it to you guys, because it's pretty nasty right now. Let me do that. Let's do that today. I'm gonna open this thing, and I'm gonna show you guys how nasty this thing is right now. So I take off the cover, which is relatively easy. And there are many, many, many layers of these filters. The first filter is pre-filter, and that's the most nastiest one, because it's got all the dust in there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is all dust, but you can't really see it. Can you see that? Can you see that? Layers and layers of dust. You can see it better this way. You can't really see it this way, but you can see it this way. You like that? That's the pre-filter. So you can see, like, it's mostly smoke, because these particles are not gray colored dust, they are yellow colored dust. Right? They are brown dust. Alright, next piece is that's another mesh filter. Now this mesh filter, when it showed up, it was white. Alright, this mesh filter used to be white. Mesh filter, now it's red-brown. This mesh filter is now red-brown. Alright. Next is the HEPA. This used to be white. You can see kind of the back is kind of white. This used to be white. This is how it looks like now. Right? This, it used to be like this color, if not whiter. But now, so it's doing its job filtering for sure. If you just look at the color, this is really nasty in real life. On camera, I don't think it looks that bad. So it's like brown red. This side, I don't know. Well, because this is going one way, right? It's getting trapped on this side, so it's not going this side. But even this side looks kind of dark in certain angles, so you can kind of see a yellow hue to it. My comment is blocked. Which comment is blocked? Alright. And the next filter is first layer of the active carbon mash. Obviously, you can't see anything because this is just for the smell. You gotta see this. This active carbon mash is thick, right? It's much thicker than the usual pieces. This is probably like what you buy, like 2 or 3 pieces together. That thick. This is really thick. Right? This is really thick piece. Okay. And I think this is another carbon mash. This is filled. Okay, this is filled. Can you see this? This is filled. This thing is filled with pieces of carbon mash in here. So you get the active carbon mash, and then you get this piece of carbon mash to kind of filter the air. And that's what you're really paying for, because you can have that many layers of purification in the unit. That's why you're paying so much for it, because these things are not cheap. This is heavy. This is quite heavy. So this is quite heavy. So having this film is already like $20-$30. Blow smoke through that, okay. There you go. The usage of carbon is actually to remove smell. So it's not gonna trap particle that has smoke on it. It's just remove smell. So yeah, that's why you're paying for this amount of filters that you're paying for. It's why this unit is so expensive. Now, this is no secret. The filter is expensive. Hey, Dustin. Hey, Christopher. A lot of other filters that includes HEPA are usually in the $40-$50 range. So it's not like only this unit is this expensive. It's always kind of been like this kind of price range. So a set of this is it's like $100 for the set of all these filters. Now, it might sound expensive, but at the same time, if you just get a HEPA filter regularly, it will have cost you $20-$30 just the HEPA filter and active carbon. You can kind of find cheaper ones, but I saw the result of the cheaper ones. Like those active carbon are not even filled, like they are half filled, not as filled as that one. So I will still buy the regular ones when I come to order these. I got actually not easy to put this back on when I'm doing this. I really want to wipe this down a little bit, but I can't. These are like in there. Yeah. Nope, it's not even coming off. All right, go back in there then. Let's see. This is pretty challenging to do. One hand, with one hand is pretty hard. Get in there. Alright, here we go. Alright, one more. Okay, that's in there. Alright, so I'm gonna put the cover back on. If you see the dust on this thing, oh my god, it's all yellow. It's all yellow. But at least it's working, right? If it's changing color, you know it's working. Alright, so I'm gonna put this back on. And the cover's on, now it's working again. So yeah, after you see that, you're like, I need to change the color. I just need to change the thing. There we go. That's pretty fast. Did that arrive in one piece? Or did that arrive in cigar mechanic style? So yeah, my goal is now is to literally change the arrangement of this place so I have better place to smoke. You might see me changing the studio here and there just to get a better feel to which one is easier for me to smoke and hang out and have you know, better setup to sit for 2 hours and 3 hours. So yeah, you're hoping for CM style. I found this energy drink called Bowls. So like I say about the air purifier, for beginners, for average use, all you really need is the carbon filter, or active carbon, and HEPA. And you kind of wanted to find the unit where the carbon filter is behind the HEPA, not in front of the HEPA. Because what you wanted to do is to remove the smell before you enter the HEPA. That's actually harder. If the carbon filter is behind the HEPA, it makes a big difference because 99.something% of the material is already removed. The leftover smoke smell will be removed easier if it's behind. It's harder if it's in the front because so many things gotta pass through. That will overwhelm the carbon. So you wanted the carbon to be behind. This is like weird science. It's like it's almost like having a bulletproof shield in the front versus the bulletproof shield in the back, right? So it's gotta go through whatever it goes through the first one, and then hit the bulletproof shield, and it's not gonna go through. But if you had a bulletproof in the front, majority is gonna be stopped before it gets to the back. So you want the carbon filter to be in the back. I don't know why most people put it in the front. It's just easier to put in there or something like that, but you want the carbon filter in the back. Burn is pretty good. Taste is great. It has this cocoa coffee taste. You can taste the cedar, no pepper, if any. Like this, just a hint of it. Like you can almost not pick it up. All right. The strength are pretty good in this. I would say at most medium. Okay. The draw is great. I like the draw on this one. Yep, it's very, very, I would say concentrated taste. You know, a lot of time you taste a cigar, even though it has a flavor, it's not like up front. But this one has the out front taste. And what I like the most is that even though there's a little bit of the star anise taste to it, it's so little. It's not a lot in there. So that, you know, sometimes I don't like a lot of it because it will take over all the other tastes. Star anise flavor is actually very strong. You will cover majority of other tastes. So having it just a little bit, it's actually pretty good. It's surprisingly good. You know, this, like the Casa Cuevas Reserva line, I wonder why they didn't make this first. Like this should be their regular, like the core line, right? Because this could be a really good daily smoke. I know the price is higher, but in terms of that price range, I actually think that they have wiggle room, you know, to be closer to the regular line than the regular line itself. Brendan Chapin, I know you can smoke outside anyway because you need a place to pump your cigar. You haven't smoked a cigar today. That's so rare. Is that why Cigar Mechanic is on today? Usually he should be on a Bible study today. But he's on today. So it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. So in terms of the raffle, I'm continuing to adding more cigars every day, and I think I might have to add more. Like, you know, my goal is to have like 100 prizes by the end of the by the beginning of the show. All right, so if not more, and that way everybody can win 1 or 2 items, if any. So, well, it wouldn't be if any because everybody will have to win a couple. That's the goal. Everybody's gonna win something. Everybody's gonna win something. I ordered a few more items. Gotta get here. Once you get here, add it to the roster. We got plenty of prizes. We just need plenty of players to win those plenty of prizes. And as I get them, I'll start posting them. There's few other items I want to keep a surprise to you guys. So just let you guys know there is like 70 something, almost 80 right now of individual prizes. They are either the same or slightly different. Oh yeah, here we go. So you're back from California, right? You're back? Yeah, usually Brendan by now should be on his like 50th cigar for the day. You know, you know, his guests will have like 20, but you know, he will have like 50. 10 smoked cigars, still at work, no cigar. You know, sometimes I just don't realize that, you know, some of the people like, you know, Tim and Kyle from That Smoke Cigar actually have a regular job. Like the day job. Like, I don't feel like that way because I feel like, you know, they have such a professional setup. They probably do that for a living, but they don't. It's like I don't really think that people have a second job. Hey, Juan. But if anybody asks you, it's like, can I make money out of YouTube and live on it like PewDiePie? Chances are no. Alright, chances are no. Like, ever since I started doing YouTube, and, you know, now Twitch and YouTube, I don't think I ever made 1 penny out of YouTube. Alright, and I have not make anything from Twitch. I think there was some like donation and subscribing thing involved, but I think that the total income with that was like 14 cents or something. I don't even remember what it is. Alright, so there is not a lot of income from making videos. So if people think that you gotta make a lot of money from making videos and stuff like that, unless you're sponsored by someone which pays you big money, you're not gonna be making, like, you're not gonna make this as a day job. This is not gonna be a day job. This is impossible. I think having 1 million views makes about, I can't remember how much. It's like $750 or something like that for 1 million views. All right, majority of those people has sponsorship, has selling items and, you know, links to buy stuff, that kind of stuff to make additional income. But the video itself doesn't really make money. Flying one. Just want you to know, Brendan, that thanks to you, I'll be flying one of those private jet when I go to Vegas. How are they as cheap as they make it? They're actually quite affordable. Those are cater jets. They're not really private jet. They're cater jets. So they're actually very affordable because you're not the only one that's on board. So you're sharing the costs. So it's not that bad. Do I ever think the Legion will be as is today when I started it? That's a good question. When I started it, I didn't even think we're gonna have 30 people long term. Okay? I just thought that, you know, I just want to hang out and do my thing at the time. So for those people that has been with me for a long time, we started, you know, this event thing that I can always run events and all that stuff. Hey, Utopias, thank you. This ashtray is actually made by one of the members who will be putting up another one for raffle, which is pretty good. I had running like raffle games and, like, you know, things where I can get Cuban cigars and stuff like that to members. That small page before, and that page has about 18-20 people maybe. So I was thinking that if I was doing it, it would be just something like that. You know, I just close that one and do this the same way, and really just for me to enjoy. And I did not think that it was ever gonna be like this, where there's a consistency and have all kind of swag and a whole entire member thing, and then hardcore members, and literally, lack of better description, ever receiving fan mail. That's kind of weird. Okay, I got few letters from people that send stuff to me that thank me for what I do and stuff like that, and I really feel like I didn't do anything. So like I actually felt kind of weird. I actually found it kind of weird, and even the Mrs. Assassin was like, "You receive fan mail?" I wouldn't call that fan mail, but it's kind of weird. So yeah, like, I didn't think it's gonna be as big as it is today. I thought it was gonna be, by the time I reach 100, will be something that's like year or two or three maybe. So I didn't think it was gonna be like that, but now once you hit 100, like, okay, we shouldn't get any bigger, and then we got close to 200. If I didn't purge any of the member that's not active, we probably have 200 by now. But my goal wasn't to be the biggest, but to be the best. So You're in a Ferrari, but here in Cali, you can't even enjoy the power of the traffic. Yeah. If you drive towards LA, the highway has those lines where every time you drive through it, just ka-chung, 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 ka-chung. Yeah, not a fun one. If you buy a Bentley and rent it out, you will start to find out how much expenses to rent those Bentley is. Unless you have a whole roster, you're not gonna be able to make profit. Sherry, I like to think so. I like to think that we are the best group. Obviously, every group think they're the best. So I have to think our group is the best, and just continue working on it. Continue working on it. Now, I wanted to kind of clarify something. A lot of members have their own pages too, and they make new pages and they invite me. And there's a reason why I don't accept those invites, because I already putting all my time on Shadow Smoke's Legion. So I cannot just go and pay attention to other pages, because I'll see like crap load of repeat posts. And right now I'm already seeing a lot of repeat posts for Martina Maya, and that is kind of like killing my phone all day. So if you invited me to whatever group that you created lately or whatever, and I didn't respond to it, don't take it personally. It's not that I don't. It's not like I don't like the fact that you have a new group or something like that. It's just that I couldn't keep up with the amount of posts that's going on, because I read all the posts. Every single post that's in Shadow Smoke's Legion, I read. So, and I actually pay attention to it. But if you tell me to pay attention to multiple places, I would never have enough time. So that's why I didn't accept it. But if it's there, I take a look at it, that kind of stuff. I totally support everybody in the group to do anything they want, except profiting from Shadow Smoke's Legion. If you're profiting from Shadow Smoke's Legion, that's not like you haven't asked me about it, then probably I get a little bit annoyed. But it is what it is. We saw a post that tagged Shadow Smoke's Legion on selling their t-shirts. I don't mind other people selling t-shirts. I don't, I think it's a good way to raise money, but I think sometimes it gets misleading on what they are for. So I don't know. It's like a very complicated topic when it comes to what I think about other people advertising in the group and stuff like that. Number one, I don't like advertising. I hate ads. That's why we don't have ads, okay, in the group. If it's not related to the group, I don't like it. That's just the way it is. When people post something that's look like an ad, I consider that as an ad. If there's no context other than showing off your product that you want to sell, it's an ad. So I'm actually against that. And I think that if you have a good product, if you use it for yourself and within good context, people will buy them anyway. You don't really have to go, hey, reminder, this is our product, blah, 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 blah. Even though, it makes me feel like you didn't join the group for the sake of being in the group, but to expand your customer, expansion. Want to buy a fishnet top shirt with CM pastel? I don't wear a fishnet. That's the thing. I don't look at a fishnet. Imagine how fat I am that those meat is gonna get squeezed out of each hole of the net. I want people to keep in consideration that a lot of the members in our group has their own product. Alright? And not bluntly posting ads is the key. Cigar Mechanic never really bluntly just advertisements like this is what you should be buying. This is the cigars, blah blah blah. Something like Avo Jr. That's what bothers me. Right? Comes out for 5-pack. Hey everybody, that bothers me. If you have a good product, people buy it without even advertising for it, right? But when you go out of your way to do such thing, it kind of changes the whole game. Kind of changes the whole meaning in a group. Three sales already. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, in this industry, I feel like a lot of people just want to make quick dollars to do that. Now, I view Shadow Smoker's Legion very differently. Yeah, do we sell swag and stuff like that and try to make a few bucks to kind of cover some expenses? Sure, but I can tell you that Shadow Smoker's Legion has not made $1 yet. Shadow Smoker's Legion has not made $1. Not $1 went to my pocket. In fact, Shadow Smoker's Legion is on the negative for the entire year. We're negative in the more than 4 digits. All right, we're in the negative for more than 4 digits by now. So people might say, hey, I've seen you guys sell like swag and stuff like that to the members and all that stuff. You guys are trying to make money too. What's wrong with us selling our stuff? We made those swag based on the members who wanted it. All right, literally, because somebody asked, so I want to make it. Because a lot of times I can just make it for myself. It'll be much cheaper. If you want to be in the black, sell more calendar. I sold out. I'm telling you, I probably sell more calendar than a Cigar Vixen. And I sold out. I just sell out. Not only that, I even have the individual pictures on a sticker. You can put on your toolbox. It will be a centerfold size, this big of me going like, But yeah, sold out immediately. So quick. Then pre-order it, you're not gonna get it. That's the problem. Yeah. I just want to be very clear about that. Shadow Smoker's Legion has not made $1. And I can show you the books. It's actually not pretty. Not pretty. Even my wife is like, you know how many bags I can buy out of those? I'm like, yeah, I know. But yeah, it doesn't sound like it's been costing this much. But yeah, since we started doing things, it has been costly. It has been costly. Quite costly, in fact. But we have a great group, and it's totally worth it. It's totally worth it. Sharing is caring. And I think we have stepped into the next phase of Shadow Smoker's Legion, where we start to get good deals on cigars. We start to have more chance to explore different boutique cigars and all that crazy stuff. If you think about it, you can think it, we have it probably. Other groups, same thing. If they have it, we probably have it. I can't think of anything that other group have that we haven't done yet. Somebody give me an example. The other group has something like that, but we don't have. Go ahead. Leave in the comment, what does other group have that we haven't done yet? That would be a great suggestion so that I can do that next year. I really don't know what else we haven't done yet. Look at this ash. This cigar is good. Even though it burned a little bit wonky on the side, but look at this ash. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's pretty white, nice ash. I'm just gonna give it a touch up. And you'll burn just fine. Fishnet stocking. I don't think any other group has fishnet stockings, but if you find one, let me know. And that ash fell off just now. Now, regardless what other people have, I think our group has one thing that other group does not go nearly as close. We have a familyhood, a friendship that's stronger than any other group. I like to believe it. We have close friendship. A lot of members has met each other, or at least I met quite a bit of member already. So, hey, Brendan, you find some group that has it, I'll go make it. I have not bought a stick cigar kit that you know that had leaf only and roll on my own stick, because number one, I think it's gonna be a huge mess, and number two, I know I won't be able to enjoy it because it'll be a huge mess. You want to roll your own cigars, really, I'm highly suggesting go to a cigar tour. Go to a cigar tour, have the guys help you run through it and make your first good cigar. I mean, that's the best way to roll your own cigars. And after that, if you want to buy leaves and try your own, that's great. But I really think something like that, to really enjoy it, to really do it right, go to a tour, right? Go to one of those bong smokers and go to a tour. You're gonna like it, and that skill, you're gonna love it. And that whole entire thing where somebody's looking at you and laugh at your cigars, that's the best part. I have not seen any like that in a while. Anyway. But guys, right here, and I'm not kissing Brendan's ass, but I want to thank Brendan for working so hard out there to kind of get us deals. Even though the brands are limited, kind of, but he's working hard so that we get better deals eventually. All right, eventually. It's a long path to get, you know, people to go, hey, Shadow Smoke's Legion's worth it. Let's give him some discount and all that stuff. With Brendan working in the background, trying to get us more way to kind of be creative and get better prizes. Brendan's out there working. Even though I always had to bitch at him and says, hey, dude, we need it now. We need it now. We need it now. But, you know, I appreciate that. So, gotta give credit where it's deserved. Brendan does work hard. And I hope eventually Brendan will be like holding every other boutique brand out there so we can get all the brands discounts. Yeah, that's how we do it. But yeah, I think there's still more potential for the Shadow Smoke's Legion to grow. And as we grow in numbers, like true numbers, not inflated numbers, true numbers, I think we can do more. I think we can do more. But yeah, really, I do appreciate Brendan's be out there, try to work out some deals and stuff like that. Especially like the Casa Cuevas deal. As we were talking, he drove to 10 to work it out. So, you know, that's dedication, right? Now, like how many rep that you know of will be like, hey, Mr. Rep, I'm gonna talk to this store today, and we're gonna work out a deal with them. Can you go over there and talk to them to see what kind of deal we can have? You're not gonna find another one. You're not gonna find another. Brendan's one of those guys. Literally, I text Tim that morning, and Brendan was there that night. So that's efficiency. That's how I work. That's how I work. I want to work something that's immediate. I don't like to wait. But no, there are times where things are cramped up because we have so many things right now that I have to gap it out. Why? Honestly, because none of us has that big of a wallet to continue to do it. So we have to gap it out. And I can tell you guys that if we show Brendan our love to his the brand that he reps, he will respond to our loves and he'll get back. And that's one thing you gotta be sure for. Alright, you can be sure that Brendan's one of those guys that understands sharing is caring. Okay, and he always updates us as number one. Like before anybody knows, he updates us. Or he'll update me and I'll update you guys. So, you know, we have a system going right now, and I think it's gonna work out for the better. And what's even funnier right now is because we talk about 2021. Hey, Jay Shallows. We talk about 2021, and originally we're planning to do with Davidoff, and Brendan says he should be able to drop by and break into that market, and we can do it somewhere else. It's perfect timing because my guy from Davidoff left. He went to get a better job in the finance world. So you know, our connection had to be re-established. In fact, I'm thinking whether or not to change to a different Davidoff to establish my connection with them, because I buy a lot of Davidoffs, and I want someone that can respond to me immediately. I don't like to wait on it. I like to like, Tony, this is what we got today. Do you want it or not? That's it. You know, and I want us to be able to say, hey, do you have this? And then get a response in 5 minutes, not 2 days later. And right now, since the last day, I get a day late response, which I don't really like. So I can't really be working with somebody like that. I need to work with somebody that really care and enthusiastic about cigar. See, that's the thing. A lot of time you go buy cigar, you'll find salesperson that isn't enthusiastic about their cigar. For one thing, I know Brendan is enthusiastic about his cigar. He won't smoke shit other than his own. but I need someone that sells cigars to me that's just as excited as I am when it comes to new cigar and stuff like that. So I probably will be searching. Blue and green is great for Gran Habano. If you want a sneak peek, we might have a deal for Gran Habano coming up. Yeah, you want that? Yeah, I know you want it. Gran Habano deals. Now, particularly, I don't. Hey, if you want to share, you're more than happy. You're more than welcome to share it. I don't, you know, it's up to you. It's your news. Gran Habano. I'm not particularly a big fan of Gran Habano, but I do like that blue and green. So Gran Habano, we're working on something on that. So we should have it sometime around Christmas. All right. Keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. So yeah, there will be a deal. We'll work on that. And so if you like Gran Habano, hold your wallet tight. Wait for that one. I don't really like. I mean, obviously we can buy cigar anytime, but I really would like for you guys to get a good deal for whatever we want to get. You know, we gotta get it anyway. Why not get a discount, kind of thing? You know, that's what I usually like to do. This cigar is really good. Now I'm torn which one I like more, because we probably get a sampler deal or a box deal. Might be a flat discount with or additional sticks. So I can't tell you exactly how we gotta work it out, because Brendan will have to go over there and talk to that side to get it worked out. Yeah, Brendan, you can share that news whenever you feel like it. You know, I got you. So yeah, that we will get something for sure. That way, what happens? I think that Casa Cueva and something like Gran Habano has become our almost go-to, and some people actually like it and don't mind to keep a box or even extra sticks at home to smoke on those regular days. So if we're gonna replenish those, why not get a discount? You know, because you like I said, you can get cigar anywhere. You can get cigar anywhere, but why not get it from the people that is gonna give us discounts for it? So we get it from the people that's gonna give us discounts. If you're a cigar shop, keep this in mind. We get it from whoever is gonna give us discounts. Not any discount. Discount that's better than the discount that you're giving to everybody else. That's what we want. Shadow Smokes Legion wants the discount that's better than the discount that you give everybody else. Okay? That's what we want. And we know you can afford it. Not us afford to buy it, but we know you can afford to give us the discount. That's what it is. That's what it is. So yeah, I had to see how much more of those Brendan wrapped brand cigars I have left, because I want to put some more of those into the prize pool, so that more of us get to try a lot of cigars that Brendan wraps. The reason I'm saying that is because Brendan actually wraps a lot of quite a few brands, and a lot of brands that for whatever reason we don't try enough. And cigars are all about trying, right? If you try one, you like it, you continue. If you don't like it, you don't. And the key is, how do we take that step forward and says, hey, this is worth the $10 that I'm about to spend to give it a try. And the good part is that I'm here to give away cigars. So yeah, I'm looking to what I have still and put those towards the prize pool as well. Oh yeah, Murcielago is great, but Espinosa has other stuff that's pretty good. Like the Crema is pretty good. The Crema is pretty good, and it's on the list to be smoked during the Christmas season. So that yeah. Oh, you gave me a ton of stuff. Cool. When is the raffle? December 7th. December 7th. I like to try the new cigar unless it's Pump That Bitch. Well, that's the thing. You don't know if it's Pump That Bitch until you smoke it. Now, my particular palate is not the same as anybody else's. So something that you might pump might be something I like. So I can't tell you what is Pump That Bitch stick. But I can tell you I like a lot of cigars that I've been smoking. Yeah, I rarely says I hate this cigar when I was smoking with Brendan. I think there was only 1 or 2 sticks that he handed me I did not like. But majority of stuff I like. Christopher, didn't you go to an interview for something? What happened? Was that a mistake? I thought you went to an interview for something. I don't even know what happened. Like, I have no idea what's the progress on that, but I thought you got like an interview or something like that. Or was it someone else? Can't remember. Too many things to remember, and I try to be like a tunnel focus on something, and I tend to forget what was going on the other side. I just have like an idea of something else. Oh, you haven't heard anything yet? Brendan, time for a phone call. Oh, okay. What is that taste? It's kind of heating on the band, and the band is kind of burning. It's turning yellow. So I'm gonna take the band off. So yeah, well, hopefully good news will come. Brendan, make that phone call. All right. What else is going on Wednesdays? Usually nothing. I actually worked majority of today. Yesterday I made the picks. This time I make the picks out of the Gorilla Glue. It's one of the super glue, not the urethane one, because it turned like blackish yellow, and then I didn't like that color, so I tried the super glue on it. It kind of holds. It actually, I shake it around, it's still on there. So my next step is to consider whether or not to put urethane, not urethane, epoxy on top of that to strengthen it. I might do that. I still have a few more days, so I can go order some epoxy to put on top of it. That might be the next step. And while I do that, I might even make more. Who knows? Who knows? But we have definitely enough prizes for everyone. I'm pretty sure we can, even if every single one person in the group decide to buy 10 tickets, there's still gotta be winners. Okay, there's still gotta be winners. There's still gotta be winners. So winter is coming. It's getting really, really cold. I had the heater on for majority today for the basement just to be able to come down and turn the heater off. Because right now both our heater are kind of off. Not really off, but kind of off. As I change this room around and place things differently, we will have better ventilation here and hopefully heaters and all that stuff to kind of keep me going. But right now, I probably do that this weekend. Some of you already know, this Saturday I'm going to take that requirement class for the carrying permit. I don't know, how do you call those? TLC, TCL or something like that. It's for the regular license to carry. Chances are I'm not gonna buy one, because there's so many weird rules on what you can buy, what you cannot buy in Massachusetts. But I figure it's kind of fun to get one, because I do like to shoot targets, and I do feel bad every time I go out with people and they use their bullets, because use their ammo costs money. I feel bad. So I don't know. Maybe I'll get one just to be able to go to a range and shoot something. Who knows? Snow. Mid-20s here. We got 3 inches of snow today. Please don't tell me snow. I haven't changed the tires on my car yet. Like, it's just too cold and too much leaf out there. I can't change the tires yet. I'm waiting for a little bit warmer, you know, time to do that. I do not envy you right now. I moved to New York, get away from the snow and the shoveling. Is there that much shoveling in New York? Because like New York is a city. I mean, there's not much shoveling to do. Oh, please don't. Snow. Snow. It's not even Thanksgiving yet. Usually it's after Thanksgiving, after Black Friday, and then we start to snow. I don't want early snow. Well, if early snow gets me no snow for the rest of the season, I'm okay with that too. I'm just too lazy to, you know, drive my car out there and start changing the tires on it. Now, you guys might think the changing tires is not that hard. In fact, changing the tires in Brendan's house will be super easy because he have a whole lift. I have to lift one side at a time, and like, you know, in the cold by myself, moving those tires and put on there and torque it and all that stuff. So I don't have what it takes to balance tires, so I literally had to do that and drive my car in to balance the tires. Not fun thing. Not a fun thing to do. I had a rather long driveway that's uphill, crazy angle. It was a pain. Yes, I understand that. My previous house has like a slope. Literally, when there's snow, you can't back out. It's that slippery. I have to use kitty glitter every time to get out. Every time. So I just, you know, but I stay home majority of the time, so I don't really have to care about that. And I tend to forget about it until, you know, when it's too late. It snowed 3 times since Halloween. It's gonna feel like a long winter this year. I hope not. I hope not. I hope not. If it's gonna be a long winter, we need to smoke more. Okay, we need to smoke more. I have to say, ever since TNT cigars, that I decided to kind of share my hobby with other people, start talking about it with other people online. My smoking experience has been significantly better. It's been significantly greater of enjoyment to be able to talk to you guys while I smoke, because now I'm not just looking at this and smoke and then looking at this and smoke. We're doing other stuff. Now I actually get to talk and hang out, even though, you know, some of you are like half Earth apart, you know, kind of thing. You know, it's really good to talk while you're smoking. You tend to over smoke or smoke too fast when you're by yourself. But when you're talking, you get that time, that gap of 1 minute before you take another puff again. That makes smoking experience better, and you're not gonna hotbox this thing. So I think it's great to be able to talk to somebody while you smoke. Is definitely make a huge difference. Like when I hang out with Brendan, we can do 8 cigars a day. But when I'm doing by myself, if I do 8 cigars a day, after the second one, I'm half dead. I don't know. It's most likely because I smoke too fast when I'm by myself. So definitely better if I get to chat with somebody. What I need for the raffle, just send me everything. You know what? Just give me a list of what you have. You can send it directly to them. I love smoking at work. I smoke much slower at home than at home. Okay, yeah. When you're working, when you're doing something, it kind of help you gauge the time too. One smoke later, you're an hour in or 2 hours in. So it's a good way to gauge time. It's a good way to spend time. It's a good way to relax and feel and make work doesn't feel like work as much, right? Make work doesn't feel like work as much. Now, I personally, you know, all those things that they talk about, like, you know, 5 things you don't want to do in the lounge, or 10 things you don't want to do in the lounge, like 5 major cigar mistakes, that kind of stuff. I've seen a lot of those videos. In fact, Tim has quite a bit of those videos. But I don't think I ever seen those people in terms of going to a lounge and stuff like that. When I go to lounge, I don't see a huge cigar aficionado says, you should smoke your cigar this way. You gotta toast for 5 minutes, you're doing it wrong. I haven't seen anybody like that. For chewing cigar, I only know one person that chews cigars that I know of. Okay. Use someone else's cutter, but lick the cap first. I haven't seen that either. They might use a communal one, but I always use my own, and I haven't seen someone say, hey, can I borrow your cutter? And they just lick it and cut it. I haven't seen that either. So, have you seen people like that though? Have you seen people that makes those biggest mistake of all time in the cigar lounge? Let me know. Have you find those people that bother you, that try to correct the way you smoke, or borrow your cutter but lick their caps, or even someone in a cigar humidor that just literally molest the cigar before they buy them. Well, Brendan, Chapin, we need to change that. We need to change that. Time to hang out. Come out, hang out. Go with another member. I'm pretty sure your region has multiple members that can hang out with you in the lounge. Does that become a cost? Yes. When you go to the lounge, it costs more. But I think it's well worth the money to do that. You know, it's worth the time and money to do that. So, what else are we working on right now other than those? Right? Not in the lounge. I don't know what kind of lounge you have to go to find that kind of people, because I haven't seen that kind of people. Could be because the lounge I go to, majority of the time is dabbed off, so they don't have really that problem. But I haven't really seen anybody. Like, I rarely see anybody that molests the cigars other than me. I molest the cigars, but I molest within reason. You know, not enough to get to Me Too movement, but close enough where I can see, hey, that's a sexy cigar, you know. And I haven't seen anybody try to correct the way I smoke, so which is great. Because if they try to correct me the way I smoke, I don't know what I would do. I haven't got to that situation. I actually don't know what I would do. I'll be like, okay, yeah, you're great, yeah. Don't tell me how to smoke my cigar. But yeah, the year's almost ending. I'm so glad that we're almost towards the raffle, and the raffle earning can finally go replenish some of the stuff that we have done and go towards the first mold for our 1 year anniversary points. So that's great. That's gonna be good. If I want over a $10 stick and I have to drive an hour and a half to get one way, it kind of sucks. No, but the you know, hang out with friends, priceless. I'm going to local shop tomorrow. One of the guy that works there in another geo I'm in, he promised me a cigar that if I lost 20 pounds, and I hit that today. Oh, great! Congratulations, Ash Queen. That's really good. But that's the thing though. Like I told you guys, lose weight from the kitchen. If you want to lose weight, control what you eat. You always gotta lose weight. You don't always have to go to the gym to lose weight. If you want to be fit, go to the gym. If you want to lose weight, control what you eat. You gotta be surprised how easy it is to lose weight if you control what you eat. And really funny how that works is that if you control what you eat and you get into a habit of it, you no longer crave the things that is making you that size to start with. So yeah, congratulations to Ash Queen to lose so much weight just for food, right? Just all you did was eating. I don't think you went to the gym, so. Because I always tell people not to go to the gym, because what happens is after you go to the gym, you have to eat. You have to keep eating, so to feed the muscles. So that kind of defeats the point. You know, you're hoping that in the future, after you want to exercise enough, your muscle consume more calorie as a maintenance calorie than the exercise itself, because you can never out exercise your consumption. All right, you can easily eat a burger. You have to exercise for like 5 hours just to get rid of that burger. So the only way to control your weight is from eating. All right, you know, the best way to control your weight is from eating, because your muscle isn't gonna grow as fast as your maintenance, you know, go up. You know, because the more you go to the gym, the more you need to eat. You need to feed your muscle. So after you go lift some weight and do some cardio, you're hungry. You need to feed. That kind of defeats the point. You just work off 2,000 calories. Not that you ever will. You probably own like, you know, 100 calories or something like that. But you gotta consume another 200 calories. Then what's the point? You know, it's you only use that to build your muscle. You're not gonna lose weight from that. You're gonna gain weight for that. In fact, majority of people gain weight to go to gym. All right, majority of people gain weight to lose weight. That's kind of weird, right? Because muscle weighs more, and a lot of people get discouraged. So they go to gym, they're working out. Let's say they're like 200 pounds, right? And they go to gym, working all day, they're sweating like ass, but they gain weight. But because the muscle pushes outward, and because they grow muscle, right? So muscle weighs more, and that's pushing the fat out. So they look swelled, they look bigger because of that. So best way to control your weight from food, kitchen. Kitchen is the #1 place that you can lose your weight. Control what you eat, you know. Stay away from large carb or large sugar. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's actually a lot easier. And drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water. Allow your body to process those waste and get rid of it. In fact, people always like, oh, you gotta lose water weight. If you drink too much water, you gotta be bloated. That is not true. Your body quite smart. The more water you drink, the more water you get out. Alright, drink a lot of water. The more water you drink, the more water you'll get out. Alright, and you will know when you have too much water. If you have too much water, drink more water. Okay, your body will get rid of it. It's just, you know, human body is very, very God's creation. Alright, and doesn't matter which God you believe, but God's creation is amazing, amazing. Human body is like the most technology savvy invention ever made in the world. So, you know, trust your body, treat it right. Your body will treat you right. This is the way it is. That's the way it is. Not exactly a crack shot. V from Tim just got loaded. Which Tim? Which Tim? Finish the sober miso brulee and moving towards Caldwell. Long live the king. Ooh, it goes straight up there. It goes straight up there. It's a great cigar though, but you're loading some nicotine. Did I miss something? I don't know what I missed. I didn't even get. Oh, I turned the notification off while I'm on live, but let's see what she have right now. What did I miss? Oh! Oh my god, I'm on it. I'm gonna watch this afterward. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that after. I'm famous, mommy! I'm famous! Mommy! I don't know. I don't know. Get giggly when I'm on video, I guess. But yeah, I like the lifestyle right now. It's busy though. It's busy, and I feel it for those people that makes constant videos every other day. That's scheduling, and if you don't know how long it takes to edit a video, try it once. You'll actually appreciate those people that makes video, because it takes forever to edit video. You know, you can record the entire thing in one shot, and you still end up doing a 2-hour editing. Editing takes a long time, and that's why I don't like to do pre-recorded videos, because I hate editing. I hate editing. I'm not that good. Some people are really quick. They got into science. Literally, they got all the music all set and exactly how long their video should be, and all the contents are in that one video. I can't. I always either forget to say something or say something too much, and that makes the video long. And I just feel like it's much better to do a live. You know, you watch it whenever you feel like it, and you leave whenever you feel like it, and you can interact with it. If you don't like to interact with it, watch it next day. Perfectly fine. I'm okay with that. Now, just for future reference though, after I smoke that woody, you guys can start subscribing to the YouTube channel again. Okay? Don't do it now. Don't hit that bell. Don't subscribe to it now. But after I smoke that woody, then you guys can do it. Because right now I really don't want to smoke the woody premature. Alright, I don't want to smoke the woody here. I want to smoke. See, I told everybody, if I'm gonna puke, I'm dragging Bob the Cigar Guy with me. Okay? I'm dragging Bob the Cigar Guy with me so we can puke together. Eat some nasty food, smoke some nice cigar, and puke together. That's the goal. That's the goal when I get there. Alright? But yeah, right now, don't fill that number so I don't have to smoke it early. Because I really don't want to smoke that cigar for the 3-hour party. Because I don't think I'll finish it. And you guys don't want to see me puke on that 3-hour party. I need to give away stuff. You know, if I puke, I have to stop the thing and I can't give away more stuff. You know? Valid reason, right? Valid reason. Good cigar though. I actually like the cigar a lot. Surprisingly good. Now, obviously, Cigar Daily is not selling the sizes, but you know, maybe eventually they will. I'm okay with the Robusto size though. I think Robusto size is like the perfect size. Whoever came out with the Robusto size, hey, good for you. That's the great size. A lot of time I don't find a reason to buy a bigger cigar other than the look. If you go out there and smoke a gigantic cigar, it makes you look pretty badass, right? Like, what are the chances you gotta see Arnold Schwarzenegger smoking a cigarello? You'll never see Arnold Schwarzenegger smoke a cigarello, right? I think he's on the newest cover. But you'll never see Arnold Schwarzenegger smoke a cigarello because it doesn't look manly, you know? So for the guys, you gotta get a big one, a gigantic one. Now, one thing I cannot do that I see a lot of people do is being able to talk and do stuff with the cigar on their mouth. They hold it and they can talk and do whatever. I can't do it. Can you guys do that? Do you guys do that? Hold the cigar in your mouth and do everything, because that burns my eyes. All the smoke goes to my eyes. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people do it. Being able to hold it, do their thing, talk at the same time, all that stuff. You know, when I see on anime, you know, the cigar person is always holding on the mouth and talking. They don't even hold the cigar. So I'm talking about, they can talk. I can't. I can't. This smoke just keep going to my eyes and I can't see anything. All the smoke just goes your way because you're breathing. You know, the smoke just goes right to your nose while you breathe. I don't know how people do it. It's actually not easy. So, to look badass, there's a cost for it, alright? There's a price to look badass. I don't think it's doable. I don't think it's doable. I mean, I can understand, like, no, but then when usually people do it, Juan, is that people use like something like Toro size. Torpedo, Toros, bigger size, bigger gauge cigars to do that. Small cigar I can understand, it's like almost like a cigarette. So the smoke output and the length isn't gonna get you. But something like this has so much smoke output, it's gonna burn your eyes. It's actually not easy. See, can you imagine? You're just breathing in this, like your face is right in there the whole time. It's crazy. Over 60 is a challenge. I think anything over 50 is a challenge. 52 is already a challenge. 54, 52, the Toro sizes are a challenge. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. So much flavor in this. If you did not try this yet and you have one, I say try it as fast as you can because it's a great cigar. Great cigar. You're missing out if you don't try this one. It's better than a lot of Maduro I have tried. All right, and this is no bullshit. I tried quite a bit of cigar. You guys know that. But this one, I don't mind to smoke all the time. I don't mind to smoke all the time, and the price is a lot cheaper than what I usually smoke because You guys know I always smoke Davidoffs, and they get quite costly. You know, $20, $30 each time. Xenos at $50 to $100 each time. So something like this, very enjoyable. It's very great. So early day work tomorrow. All right, Ash Queen. Talk to you later. Thanks for joining. Congratulations on your vet cigar, I guess what we'll be calling it. Vet free cigars. They're pretty good. Looks pretty interesting, actually. I can hold it on my teeth, but I don't like because I end up slobbering all over the cigar. But the key is that not just holding it, but you have to talk. You gotta talk and do everything together. Like, you know, working on your stuff, talking to people while that's on your thing, and literally just doesn't let this thing off. It's not easy. Even at this right now, I can't do that. I can't even talk right. I can't even do it. It's gonna fall off my mouth while I'm trying to talk, or it's gonna burn my eyes while I talk. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people do it. And also, there's like 10,000 different ways to hold your cigars. Like this, and some people hold it like this, or some people hold it like this. Everybody holds it differently. At first, I was told not to hold your cigar like this, because it looks like a cigarette. But I feel like sometimes I would just end up doing that. When I hold this, sometimes I'm doing something, I hold it like this so I can move stuff. It's just like, I don't know. You just subconsciously hold the cigar whatever way you find fitting. So like for somebody to say don't hold it like this because it looks like a cigarette, the more I smoke, the more I think that the holding doesn't change anything. I don't even think anybody pay attention to it. Like, when's the last time you pay attention to somebody how they hold their cigars? I really don't think people change the way they hold their cigar. Yeah, I don't think anybody pay too much attention to holding cigar, but like people have that whole list of how aficionados should be smoking their cigars. And at that point, if you put everything to the list, it's like, that's not really enjoying the cigar anymore. The more I smoke, the more I realize that cigar should be just enjoyed and do whatever you want with it. However you feel most comfortable to you, and just do it. The only thing I think is quite nasty is chewing your cigars. That's the only thing that I think that people shouldn't do, because you chew your cigars, it actually sucking on the soot on there, like all the burn and all the stuff. It's just not clean. I hold more between middle finger, and then I get down to the knob and I pinch the end at the same time with fingers. You know, some people don't realize that a lot of cigar that's had a tight draw, sometimes just pinch it a little bit harder will actually ease the draw. Because I like loose draw. So a lot of time, if something that has just a little bit more tight of a draw, I will pinch it. I'll pinch it, unless that thing's totally not smokable. But most of the time, I'll pinch it to see if there's one point I can pinch to get the draw to loosen up. I do that. But yeah, once you get to the knob, you kind of have no choice but to hold it like this. Because if you hold it like this, it'll probably burn your finger. It has a lot of taste even at the end. It's great. It's a great cigar. Wednesday. Very soon will be the weekend. I have an action-packed weekend. I'm looking forward to my weekend so much. It's funny because I'm planning my weekend. My mother-in-law is already planning like Black Friday and stuff like that. Don't you realize, like, I don't know if it's just me. The past few Black Friday, I barely bought anything. Usually in Black Friday, people buy laptops, computers, TV. TV is like #1 purchase item on Black Fridays. Do you guys have this like you always plan to buy something on Black Friday, or you don't? Like what is the last big item that you bought on the previous Black Friday? What did you buy the previous Black Friday? Yeah. I'm doing that this weekend, this Saturday, 1 p.m. 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. It's like a 4-hour course, right? So. Now, obviously, I don't have the detail exactly what I'm supposed to do. So I'm gonna go there and listen. Do I even have to bring a notebook? I honestly think that Black Friday isn't giving you as much discount as you think. Because those computers that they sell is really low spec. That I don't even think that you got a good deal out of it. You know, even though people fighting over it, I don't think you got a good deal out of it. Sometimes TV, yes, but if you think about it, you wait 2 more months, the TV is gonna be the same price. Because the technology on TV just zooms by so fast, right? We have 4K right now. I think this year, end of this year, we'll have 8K. Japan had 8K for a while. Japan had 8K. Just not many things that you can watch in 8K. How many people actually watch their TV full time at 4K? I don't think anybody does that. I really don't think anybody does that. I worked at a Walmart for Black Friday 1 year, so I will never go out on a Black Friday. You know, in Massachusetts, the stores are not allowed to open at 1 a.m. You know, a lot of states, I know people, they will go at midnight or something like that for a store opening. Massachusetts is not allowed that. You can't go until 6 o'clock or something like that. And I always get dragged into driving my friends to Black Friday, and they always forget that the store don't open until 6 o'clock in the morning. It's freezing cold over here in Black Friday. I get dragged over there and they're waiting in line. Like, why? Why? I will pay full price and not be here. I'll buy anything that I need full price, just not waiting in line because I don't think you got that much sales. And not to mention, the only first like 10 or 20 gets the big doorbuster items and everybody else don't. It's just not much to get. There's not much things that you can do for Black Friday. I'd much rather sleep. Much rather sleep. This year, I don't plan to go out at all for Black Friday. My wife says she will go buy some stuff during the day, and that's pretty much it. I can't. There's not much thing I want to buy. What am I supposed to buy? I got way too many laptops, way too many TVs. I have TV in one each room, including the basement. I have 2 TV in the basement. So I don't think I had to buy any of those. They made me hand out vouchers of a 50-inch TV on sale. When the voucher ran out, people went crazy and just started grabbing TVs. The TV I want is never on sale on Black Friday. Okay? I spent like $4,000 on my TV upstairs. And they never go on sale. The only time it go on sale is because the new one came out and the old one is obsolete. Besides, how many TV do we really need? How many 50-inch TV do we need? In fact, I have a big sofa. If anybody want to grab this big sofa on Black Friday, come and get it. The big sofa is way too big for me. I need to clean up and have more space to keep those boxes. Like I didn't show you guys the boxes, but then the boxes is taking up an entire room. The entire room is boxes. I know that Amazon is planning to do a whole entire week of Black Friday. That's gotta kill retail. Imagine an online shop which is already cheaper than everybody else, and you don't have to go out, and you have an entire week to buy the stuff. Online shop is killing the regular store industry. Even though I like to be able to see the stuff and play with it before I buy it home, Amazon just make it so easy. Amazon is making it way too easy. What's really funny though is that the shop in Japan never runs into that problem. Shop in Japan don't have Black Fridays, but they never had problem selling their product. Why? Because their method of selling their stuff is very different. It's very different. They don't push their sales. They just service you over there. They don't push their sales. And most people like to go to the store and compare before they buy. So Japan industry is very different. I mean, in Asia, I love to go to the mall because you learn so much stuff going to the mall. You go, you see a product, the people are there not to push sales. They don't have a sale goal to meet. They just show you whatever you want to see, explain to you exactly what it is, all the detail. They are as if they remember every single thing about this item. And they have quite a bit of items. They remember everything about every single item they sell. So it's actually quite amazing how people buy stuff in Japan. Like the tourists, oh my god, the line is so long every single day. You have like a register with 6 people all day long, and then it never ends. People just keep going in and out. Stuff like Don Quixote. If you've ever been to Don Quixote before, they are like Walmart. They have like everything. They have everything on sale all the time, and people will just go in there all day, every day. There's no need for Black Friday. There's no need for Black Friday. So I think America should really follow that. You know, and they're gonna say, oh, the cost of operating the store and all that's too much and stuff like that. But that's not a good excuse. I think real estate in Japan is much more expensive. So being able to do that just means that America can do the same. And our industry needs to change a little bit. Well, I think eventually all the malls are gonna close. In fact, I think all the malls should have a cigar shop. Every single mall should have a cigar shop. If they do, every man will find any excuse to bring their wife to the mall. Right? Right? Don't you think so? If there's a cigar shop right in the mall, you'll want to go to the mall all the time. Like your wife's shop, go chill in the cigar shop for like 2 hours. By the time they pick you up, you're done. You don't have to deal with anything. Right? If I had a mall, first thing I find is a cigar shop downstairs. Now, the requirement for the air, you know, ventilation, all that will be very, very high, but they will make a lot of money. Don't you think so? Right? People in the chat room right now, you know, if you disagree, let me know. But I think if a mall has a cigar shop, the guys will bring their wife to there all the time. In fact, they can have their wife go shopping and say, hey, honey, I'll go pick you up in the mall. After you're done, let me know when you're done. And then literally, you will go there an hour early just to go to the cigar shop. Lounge, hang out for an hour, pick up your wife, you'll go home. Done. And you won't even have feel bad because your wife will have 2 or 3 bags of stuff and all you have a small bag of cigar. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You'll be maxed out. Oh, obviously, you'll go in there with cash so she doesn't know how much you spent. You don't want to do it on a card, so she will know exactly how much you spend. Bring cash. Your budget, you know, secret budget. And then when your wife is like, how many cigars did you buy? You go, honey, I only bought 1, but the store manager was great. He gave me 4 more. The truth is that you bought 4 and you got 1. The stigma is too big. In fact, today I saw news about how we thought Jewel was too big to fail, but Jewel was going to claim bankruptcy or something like that. Jewel is going away. That you know, went from 0 to 100 quite quickly. How the vaping industry just went. It sounds like the investor of Jewel just literally want to give it up. They don't care. They don't really want to try to save it. That's weird. That's weird. I would think that in the industry they will want to find a way to pick it up, but the fact that they don't even want to fight it means there's something wrong with Jewel. There's something wrong. There's something that they don't want to disclose, go to court and fight it. Now we thought Jewel was pretty safe, right? If they don't want to fight it, I think there's something to it. What do you guys think? The vaping industry isn't really actively fighting the fight. Even though they kind of figure out what is going on, but they're just waiting for the fight, but no one's fighting it. That's kind of weird. That makes me think even more, is vaping really that safe if they don't want to fight it? What do you guys think? Is vaping really that safe if the industry doesn't want to fight it? Isn't Juul owned by big tobacco? Yes, they are owned by a big tobacco company. But still, if they can fight it as a good cigarette alternative, they would have. They would have. So they probably knew that it was way more addicting than you think. They probably find out there's actually something in there that will harm you if they decide to fight it. If they decide to fight it, they have to put out more data. They have to put out more research and all that stuff, and they don't want to do that. By not doing that, you pretty much saying that you think that you can win the fight with the data that you have. And that tells me that something itching is going on, something iffy. Because if you think, for example, if you have a great product and you know it's definitely a great alternative or whatever it is, the data backs it up, you will fight that fight. You know, Juul makes plenty of money from the past 2-3 years that it's been out. So you would think that they have what it takes to fight, but they choose not to fight. And you think tobacco companies don't have the money to fight it? Because either way, they're gonna make money. They're gonna make money, right? But I think the research result isn't all that was, you know, show up to be. Exactly. So I think the research isn't what they made out to be, what they claim to be. Nicotine-wise, it's way more nicotine in one pot than a pack of cigarette. In fact, I think it's multiple pack of cigarette. Depends on what you get. And even the nicotine-free ones, they're replaced with something else. So I'm pretty sure the research came out with a negative result that they don't want to disclose. So they just... Because imagine if they disclose the result, that wasn't it. And like that wasn't how what they originally portrayed. And they get a huge backlash. And then they get a class action lawsuit. So I think that's why they're not fighting it. Because if they fight it, they might end up with more lawsuit. I think that's the reason. I mean, obviously I don't have all the details. But if that's any other product, I would think the same way. You know, imagine that if you used to sell a pharmaceutical drug, and all of a sudden the government wants to ban it, and knowing that the government doesn't have all that information, and you knew it was safe, you didn't want to fight it. That tells me there's something wrong with that drug, right? Something wrong with the pharmaceutical drug. And that's the same thing for a electrical product. So. If they're already owned by a tobacco company, when they are fighting it because vaping goes away, what they do favor ban, which most consumers will go back. They will go back to regular cigarettes, but profit margin is still highest on the Juul. It's still highest on the pot, because like everybody says, it's just essential oil, right? How much essential oil costs versus how much it costs to produce a pack of cigarette plus packaging and all that stuff. I think that having them go into back to cigarette because the margin is better than a cigarette is not excuse, right? People want to make money, so I think the reason they don't fight it is because they think more costs will come over. You know, let me give you an example. Samsung. Do you remember the Note 7 explosion crap? They fought it to the death. They fought it to the death until the research result came out. They literally fought it every single weight of it. They could have just stopped producing that particular model and just produce something else, but they fought it to death. They fought it to death even after they banned it completely. They still fought it to death because they believe that the research is gonna back up their result, that this phone is safe and all that stuff. But even that, they fought it to the death. So that's a good example. Is that if the company think that it's safe, you know, they have other phones they can sell, but they fought that one to death. Right? If they think that there's a good enough result that's gonna back the sales, they will continue. But the things that they know that there's something to it that they can't fight it. So even with the other product, they don't do it. Hey, Brendan. You know what surprised me today? Why Billy is not on today. He's usually on every single one, but he's not on today. You know, tobacco company, always want to present themselves in the positive light. So if they have a product that's gotta be an alternative to safer to market, they would. But the thing is that they couldn't. And that's why they don't fight the fight, because they knew they couldn't. Right? If they want to change something and make it more suitable to fit the law, they would. But they're not. And I think that reason alone tells me that their research, like to back up, so they obviously did more paid research to back up their claim to go to court, and that result came out to be bad. That's why they're not fighting it. And they know, like, what's the point to fight it if it's gonna be bad? Might as well continue with cigarette. Because people who smoke cigarette will pay anything. They're hooked, they'll pay anything. And that's already set. There's already a regulation for it. So why fight it to get this thing, then continue the same way? They don't have to fight that anymore. You know, saying some believe 100% at the time, that is isolated cases. All right, they literally try to get the person who kept the evidence to get them the phone, so that they can research and all that stuff. They're like, no, I'm gonna sue you with this. This is the evidence. I can't give it to you. They literally wanted that, and that's the negative result. And by that point is when they go, okay, that phone has what we found that we knew was bad. So let's not fight this anymore. Let's just recall every single one of them. They literally recall every single Note 7. They disabled all the Note 7. So if you have a Note 7 right now, you turn it on, it will not work. You'll go through an update and it will just lock the phone, because they didn't want you to use it. They knew it's gonna be bad, you know, however it is. And then after they recall every single one of them, then they release the result. Oh, it's because manufacturing pinched the battery. You know, I'm pretty sure the manufacturer know what the problem is, and they know that if it will go to court, and if you identify those flaws, it will be worse. And at that point, they give up the fight. So for them to give up the fight so early on, it's literally just like, hey, we stop selling. We gotta research what it is, and we give up. That's the problem. I'm so glad I quit smoking cigarette about 8 years ago. I couldn't believe how much better I felt after quitting. Good for you, man. Good for you. Good for you. You know, a lot of people still smoke once in a while, and I think it's because they couldn't completely give up that feeling of not having cigarette. Okay, so they couldn't completely quit it. But when you quit it, after 30 days, you feel like a completely different person. All right, after 30 days, because I smoke whenever I go to an Asian situation where I cannot smoke cigar. I have to smoke the cigarette with all the other people. That week, I'll feel like shit. I'll feel like bogged down. I'll feel tired. I'll feel like I can't focus. I can't think. I can't brainstorm. But like a week later, when that feeling wears off, I feel like a different person again. I never had that problem when I smoke cigars, because when I smoke cigar, I tend to, like, my brain just flows. It just keep going. I can talk about things I want to talk about. I can continue a conversation and enjoy my time. But cigarettes is harder. It's harder. It's almost like I have to continue that particular muscle memory. Just keep doing that. Just keep doing that. If I'm done, I feel like I don't have something on my hand. I feel like I had to let another one up. It's just the way it is. You know, if anybody smoked cigarette before, they'll understand what I'm talking about. It feels like you need that motion, because if you don't have that motion, you feel like something's missing. But cigar is not. Cigar, I feel like a reward. I mean, I work all day long. I finally can have one cigar, and after that one cigar, I'm satisfied. I'm like, okay, move on to the next thing. I got my break. And I don't smoke cigar for a week. I'm not gonna feel like, you know, a ghost was hanging onto my back. I'm dragging myself across the room. I don't feel that way. But when I smoke cigarette, I do. Granted, there is some benefit to cigarette, is that you don't always smell like cigarette. You can smoke a cigarette, but you won't smell like cigarette from one cigarette. You will smell like a cigar after one cigar. That's the problem. If anybody came up with a way to make cigar smoke to be scentless after it's exhaled, that person will be a billionaire. Okay, that person will be billionaire. Like, but then that particular whatever thing that you put in there has to be non-harmful and has to be somewhat not changing the taste of the cigar. If you invented that, trademark it right away because you gotta be a billionaire. Every cigar company will come for that. A cigar that you can smoke and nobody know you're smoking it. Somebody go invent that. Somebody go invent that. I'm pretty sure there's a way to put some sort of agent in the cigar that kind of does it. But here's the thing: we taste the smoke, right? How do you make the taste of the smoke stays, but when you exhale, no smell, no smell whatsoever? That person, that brand of cigar is gonna be crazy, crazy. I'm loving this thing because it tastes so good. It has flavor even now. Like, it still have flavor. It still have the flavor lingers in my mouth. That's what I like. I don't like it, like those cigars where you take a puff and the flavor disappears. You don't get anything staying in your mouth. But those cigars, they don't really smell. These cigars, even though it has a lot of flavor, they kind of smell. You know, when I go up there and kiss my wife, she'll be like, cigar taste, cigar, no. You know, that's one thing my wife doesn't like. You know, she's okay with me smoking cigars. She just doesn't like the taste when she kisses me afterward. Still good, still good. I highly recommend this cigar. If you have that freebie, you should definitely smoke it. I can't say enough good thing about the cigar. The Reserva line is definitely a hit. I can tell you that it's definitely a hit because it has significantly increased the taste and the value of this particular cigar. My wife hates my cigar mouth. Yeah, that's usually the case. That's usually the case. Now, I use those smart mouthwash. It will literally cover up the taste, cover the smell. But I realized that it wears away after 3 hours. Even though it's 12 hours, it actually only holds for 3 hours. So hopefully somebody will kind of invent something better for covering the taste and the cigar. All right, Brendan, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining. It's good cigar. It's good cigar. I'm looking forward to next year though. If you don't know already, I am planning to go to Bong Smoker of Connecticut. So I heard that different region, Bong Smoker has different events going on. Like, you know, if you go to Louisiana, there's more things. If you go to another state, there's more. Like Kentucky, there's more stuff. But you know, I don't usually go to that kind of places. I'm not saying that kind of events are bad. That kind of events are great. That kind of events are great. I just usually doesn't go to events like that, so I can only choose one to go. So I'm gonna go to the Connecticut one. So next year, we're going to Bob's Cigar Guy's house. If you want to join that, definitely. I will post up whenever we decide which day to go. Definitely should show up. And the Bong Smoker, if you know you're going, let me know when the ticket's on sale. I know they're like hotcakes. They sell out really quickly. So let me know if there is a ticket for sale and quickly grab it. That's the one I plan to go, Connecticut. If the time that you're about to buy the ticket, I'm actually outside and you reminded me, I probably asked you to help me buy a ticket. I'll just pay you back. That's just the way it is. I wanted to go. I want to hang out with everybody. That is some crazy giveaway, isn't it, Brendan? They have like 5 sets of tickets to give away or something like that. That's some crazy giveaway. Props to Bob to be able to get that deal going on. 5 free tickets. That's quite a bit of money. Brendan, if if you get a free ticket to go to Kentucky, you should buy the ticket to go to Connecticut. ，good cigar today. Good cigar today. Well, anyways, today I just want to smoke this cigar because now that Tim's video is out, I probably want to watch that. So we'll end today just a tad early today, as it's what, 10 minutes early, so it's not too much early. All right, so we'll end it today. Definitely like the cigar. If you have the cigar, I highly recommend to try it. If you don't have the cigar, I highly recommend to go find a place to buy the cigar. At least the Robusto version. At least the Robusto version. Once you try it, you'll find that this Maduro is actually a really good Maduro. Like way better than their core line. Way better than the core line. So definitely recommend that cigar. I'm gonna go and watch that video, and I gotta go clean that pre-filter because it's nasty. It bothers me. I'm keep thinking about since I opened it up. So have a good night, everybody. I'll see you guys Saturday. I'll pick something to smoke Saturday. Well, if you think this cigar I should be reviewing for Saturday, leave in the comment. I'll take a look at it. If I have it, we'll smoke it. If not, I'll pick something else. I'll see you guys Saturday, 9 p.m. here. If not, you'll find me on Facebook group. Okay. Have a good night, everybody. I'll talk to you guys all later.